recovering emo kids, Amanda and Rob here at the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. And on today's episode, we are joined by Mitchell J. of Dog Star Studios. He's a vocal coach turned frontman for the band Thoughts on Bowling, who we just had on about a month and a half ago or so, I think. This was like kind of a surprise announcement, and we had to have Mitchell on because obviously big news for Thoughts on Bowling. But Mitchell is talented beyond all measure. Go check out his Instagram page. He taught us how to sing like Patrick Stump.
Is he the most talented person that's been on this show so far? Like,
he sure as hell might be.
Shit, yeah.
Until Patrick Stump's on is sitting right next to us. Yeah, he'll be the most talented person. When Patrick Stump's here, no one is more talented than him. But before that, yeah, Mitchell's amazing. We talked about everything from his origins as a musical theater kid to the emo pipeline, which Rob and I have talked so many times about before. We talked about Holes. Shout out Holes. Shout out Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, we talked about
Shia LaBeouf.
We talked about everything. Pierce the Veil.
Yeah, Mitch is the
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, Mitch is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, fascinating guy. Cannot say enough good things about this dude. We got a free vocal lesson out of it, okay? It was so much more than we bargained for. But before we get to that, do us a favor, follow us, like, subscribe, prescribe the pod, okay? The links are down there. While you're here, go buy a lesson from him as well. I don't know.
$50 a month, I think.
I need him to be busy. I need him to be busy with our boys and Thoughts on Bowling now. I'm very curious to see how that plays out. Yeah, check us out on the internet right now. There's a cool March Sadness tournament going on, neverphasenetwork.com. I think our bracket is the best one right there. Amanda wanted to totally hijack it and just put every member of Fall Out Boy like individually.
No, I wanted to put all of their like side bands. I wanted to have the Damned Things, the Black Cards, Patrick Stump solo. Like you're like that, like ours is, yeah. At first it was just like Andy Hurley, Jeff Charles. I was like, I don't know what we do here, because I was like, we're just gonna put bands from our show. I was like, fuck out. None of them are gonna compete with Pete and fucking Patrick. Like, but yeah, go over there. You can compete. Thoughts on Bowling is actually in the tournament, okay? They're kind of like the South Dakota Salukis or the Southern Illinois Salukis. I'm sorry. They're in there. Go check it out. Shout out Amanda. This was a great time, right? This was a fun one. Oh, it was such a fun episode. I can't wait to have Mitchell back, maybe with Berkeley.
Yeah, I need them both together. I'm going to see them in person next month. I'm intrigued. Fascinating golden retriever black cat dynamic there.
Oh, it's beautiful. He has never seen Pixels though, guys.
He's never seen Pixels.
No.
He wasn't familiar, I don't think, with every Fall. I don't think he's heard every Fall Out Boy album. I think you're gonna have to make him a playlist.
I will make him a playlist, yeah. But he did watch Hamnet, so shout out 2026 Oscars.
Shout out for teaching me what Hamden was, yeah.
Yes.
But before we do that, yeah, this episode is brought to you by Pedagogy. You enter Emo Kids at checkout. Your first bottle of Pedagogy is only $10, okay? After that, you enter Rob40 at checkout, 40% off forever. With all that being said, here's our interview with Mitch from Thoughts on Bowling.
Hey, Mitchell.
Mr. Mitchell.
Mr. J.
Everyone's here. Oh my god!
Yeah, you got the full treatment today. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I know. Are you in your sound booth right now?
Yeah, it's in my living room. I built it when I moved in.
Can I tell you a weird fact that's fucked up, honestly, to say? Every person we've had that is like a producer or engineer or like in any sort of studio, for some reason their audio in there is like always the worst. For some reason, and like. Yeah, it's happened multiple times. Like I don't know why, but yours is perfect. It's yummy, as you'd say. Yeah.
I'm just raw dogging right into the iMac speaker or like microphone. I don't even have my microphone on, so that's awesome.
It's beautiful. We got low standards. It's magical.
I know.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you do. Mitchell, we're so happy to have you on. Obviously, we've heard some big news about your joining a certain band. Are we allowed to talk about that, Rob? Okay.
Yeah, it's out. It's
out. Okay, it's out. Okay, good.
that
I have
actually
a
was on our
blouse even,
show.
yeah.
Look at that.
Yo,
Thoughts on
let's
bowling.
go.
My thoughts on bowling blouse,
Yeah.
The blouse,
That
that's
is
hilarious.
yeah.
That's what we refer to our shirts
In summertime,
here,
I
keep the
might
kids
kind
out.
of down into
Yeah.
a camisole, though. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, what do they call,
I
like,
had-
if you come to another show, we'll have some jumpers for you. There's
Yeah,
like,
give me a
Yes!
not like
romper. Yeah.
A
a
romper.
jumper.
Well, wait.
No, like
A
a
jumper.
jumper.
They call
It's like
sweater.
a sweater.
Sweater.
Oh,
That's what
wait,
they call them in
I'll
England.
see you next month. Aren't you going on tour next month?
Yeah, I'll see you. Which location? are you
Pomona.
gonna be?
You're playing like LA or Pomona or something like that.
I think
Whatever
it's
your LA
LA.
date is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll go. I'll be
Nice.
there.
I'm excited.
With a blouse on.
There we go.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is
I'll wear
this
my
is
best
special.
blouse, and you wear
yeah,
your best
yeah, I was gonna say,
blouse.
wear your finest ensemble, please.
But yeah, so after we found out that you were going to be the new lead vocalist for Thoughts on Bowling, we were doing some research, and I was like, wait, this guy, he's like trained in all sorts of vocal performance. He's an actual vocal coach. He has apparently done some work with quite a few people. We've got to get him on.
When I Googled him,
Mitchell.
because when Berkeley was on, he was like hinting at it to us, and
Yeah,
I
he
couldn't
was.
figure.
He
And
told
then
me
like when he
that.
made the post, he put in, and I was like, I have no idea. I Googled your name, and I was like, all that's coming up is this vocal instructor. It's not that guy. Surely
That's
it's not
funny.
that guy. And then
Yeah,
I'm
like,
like,
how
oh
random.
shit. I
Yeah.
was like, this is almost cheating. Like I didn't know you could do this.
It might be. I'm a little worried about it. Like, I spent all this time learning how to sing a specific way just so I can sound bad on purpose.
It's this wild word. No, that's my question is like, you're kind of doing, have you seen the movie Saves the Last Dance? You're kind of like Julia Stiles here. Like
Yeah.
you're classically trained, but like you're going
Sure.
to the
But
like
you're
inner city school, like, you know, like
Yeah,
you're going to a
yeah,
place where it's not about it's not technique. It's about like soul and heart. Like, will this hinder you going into it? But then I saw the Burn Bright clips. I'm like, oh shit.
Thankfully
Yeah,
that
no.
went well, and I was hella sick that day too. I just got back from
Oh,
my
dang.
first cruise, and I didn't know that everybody gets sick on cruise ships.
That's
So
what Petrie does,
It's
dude.
awful. Yeah.
yeah, but it was fun, and that was so cool. I mean, it's a little bit surreal. I've been like a huge emo fan my whole life, and
Mhm.
when I was younger, I studied classical just because I didn't have the guts to learn the things I actually wanted to. I think I was probably too afraid to fail, so I just did something. I convinced myself I cared about something else, and
Yeah.
I've been in a indie rock band in Chicago for a long time now. But obviously it's a very different world than emo,
Yeah.
yeah, the timing was pretty crazy. So with Thoughts on Bowling, I'm really happy that
Yeah,
it
how did
worked
all this
out.
happen? Yeah.
Mhm.
Because
I
I'm
had
under the
actually-
impression they weren't. The word of there being a new vocalist was accidentally leaked on this show during the Dear Cincinnati interview.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, because Troy told us that him and Bryce were leaving, and the new guy, and it was like,
Yeah.
I guess Berkeley didn't like that. So
Oh, okay.
what happened? What's the
Uh,
whole story?
So there was talks of me joining actually before Bryce did, but it was kind of like me just inserting myself into a situation. Like, I had chatted with Berkeley a couple times, I think, online, and
Okay.
so at the same time, like my rise in the emo world, that makes it sound more special than it is. But I coach a lot of the singers in that world. I coach a lot of singers in a lot of genres, but I work with
Interesting.
some very common names in that world, and so
Are these NDAs, or are you allowed to
Yeah,
talk?
I was
no,
like,
they're
are you
not.
allowed to-
If
Yeah,
you
I'm
scroll on
curious.
my page, you can see pictures. I work with Hot Mulligan and Arm's Length, and
Oh,
a bunch
shit.
of other people in that world, and uh, some of them have become friends of mine, and they've said, you
Mhm.
should give this a try. Like, you like it so much, you're a fan of the genre. Why don't you just give it a try? And that same day, I was at Ben Quad because I was working with
Yeah.
actually their singer and Harrison Gordon as
Yeah.
well, and just like an introduction to meet those two, and it
Uh-huh.
was the Free Throw tour in Chicago,
Okay.
and so I was with them,
Last
and I
spring?
was chatting with I don't know why, like, I had just like sometimes I would just hit up bands, so because I'm trying to get, I want to be that guy in the emo world. I want to be that guy
Yeah.
that people go to if they want help, because it makes me feel special.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love I've been a long time fan of a lot of the bands that might know who I am now, but they didn't before. So, um, I had reached out to them because I saw they were doing their thing and I liked their music, and they're like, actually, we need a new singer. And I had, so we had talked a little bit. I wrote a couple songs with Berkeley and Tayden, and then I then they it I it's a pretty overwhelming situation in general, and so I don't want to go too deep into it, but they were figuring things out on their end, and they had kind of said, you know what, we're just going to go with, the person that we know who lives close to us.
Yeah.
I'm quite a bit a few years older than them, and I live in Chicago. They live in Arkansas, so they did that, and I don't even know too many details other than I went to see them at the Trash tour just in Madison, just to go say hi because they were in town, and I also wanted to say hi to Derek from Trash as well because I know him from before. And so I had talked to them, and like a week later, Berkeley called me. He was like, "Hey, actually, like we actually do have room for you to be the singer now if you want to." And so that was like right before Christmas. And actually the two of the songs that we're putting out, I won't say too much about it. But some of the songs that we're putting out, we had written prior to that. And we were planning on,
nice. Okay.
I think originally I was gonna be like a guest vocalist. But like we were just gonna release them with me singing because I was actually working on a secret emo project for the last year. And I was thinking like I was doing some solo stuff in LA and it was cool, but it was a little bit more pop than I wanted it to be.
I've lived in LA long enough to know what you mean. It starts sounding like singer-songwriter, like ghost, like singer-songwriter bass records kind of thing. Like, this is,
I like the writing. And I was kind of like, the videos were taking off and I was singing all this different stuff. And I knew I wanted to do something heavier than my current project, which I'm still in, but I wanted to do something heavier. I just didn't know what. So, that project, if you go look it up, there's like it's poppier. There's stuff that's more metalcore-y. There's stuff that's pop punky. I was just kind of exploring, and I thought, you know what?
Are you talking about Dumb Dog?
Yeah. If you listen to any
of
the
the Dumb Dog songs fucking rip. Like
Thank you.
This is like, I think I texted Catherine. I was like, this is like indie pop rock done by Brendan Urie. I'm using all these words in nicer ways than I'd ever use them normally.
Sure.
Like, I mean all these in a complimentary way as opposed to the derogatory ways I might normally use them. Like, shit, like it's like, this bangs.
I appreciate it. I got to work with a really cool producer, my friend Sam, and that was really fun, to be honest. But I just I don't know. I was working with so many artists in like with more DIY roots. I think like there's a big difference between like what Hollywood sells and what the rest of the country sells. Like being a local musician in Chicago is so different than being a musician in LA. Like you do need to network, but you could show up to a local band show and just be like, hey guys, like do you want to be friends? And then you can be friends like that. I felt a little bit more nervous meeting people in LA. I felt like maybe just a little bit lost. So
what venues, like we talking places like the Mint and the Whiskey or Permanent Record, like
yeah, honestly, I wasn't even going to shows there. I was just there for a few weeks, but
it's weird.
Maybe I just didn't spend enough time there, and I'm not saying it's something.
You're pretty much right.
I'm not saying it's something
I live here. I've lived here. I'll say it for you. LA doesn't have the same kind of that same kind of DIY because like we're pitching stuff. It's more thought out. Like what'll sell, as opposed to like.
Yeah,
I mean, my boys are having a nice time. There's still pockets of that shit around here. Don't get me wrong, but like for the most part, that's not how it is here.
I totally get it. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll write some emo songs on my own. And I was learning to play bass for a minute, and I'm not good at instruments, but I can play them enough to write. Like I write plenty of songs. So I was like, okay, let me just like try some weird tunings. And I wrote a couple songs that actually will be on the new release with Thoughts on Bullying.
Nice.
And I'm very thankful that Berkeley made them so much better. Because I'm really bad at guitar and he's very good at guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little phenom. Yeah.
Yeah.
He really is.
Shifty. Were you aware of how I'd say almost borderline al-Baghdadi Baghdadi-esque Berkeley can be with the terrorism, where he's just like, I swear to God, like I've said multiple times, like we've interviewed him, like when we interviewed him, everything he said, I'm like, are you fucking with me? I can't quite tell. He gaslit me into believing, Halftime Show. He convinced me AJ from Halftime Show was like 6'7". I believed that shit for like 3 weeks until I went and looked at his wedding photos. I'm like, yo, unless your wife plays
and you
for
realize
like,
you got 6'7".
Yeah.
No,
he went on this whole rant about the movie Pixels, and I'm like, fuck it, like this kid loves Pixels.
He really does. I thought he was trolling us, but I think
I can't tell. I have no idea. It's fascinating.
I think he does. The age
That's
group,
awesome.
I think
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I will say, like, we've spent a good amount of time like talking online, and like, we've met we've met one time in person only, or twice now, because Burn Bright, the first time we practiced with Gary, our new drummer, who's a really good friend of mine, the first time we practiced was the night before Burn Bright. So I got home from Florida at like 10, and I booked it to Gary's house, and Berkeley was already there. And so like they had never met. So I'm like, hey, Berkeley, just show up to Gary's house. Like he's a complete stranger. And we practiced, and then we went to Milwaukee the next day. And I think it went pretty well. I mean, it was fun. It was really fun. And so much new stuff. It's really weird to see
Is that your
people,
first time singing in like an emo band? Like any sort of situation like in our
and like it. I mean, having people like stage dive is new for me. I mean, I've played sets where there were pits, but it was mostly just because the other bands on the bill were a little bit harder than my band. So like that was all very new to me. The way I'm singing is very new to me. People already knew a lot of the words to the songs. But I will say, like, because I manage my other project, and obviously I manage my teaching business, I do a lot of being in charge of things, and it's really refreshing to come in a different role. And I'm trying to be as helpful as I can in whatever way I can, but also like it doesn't really matter that Berkeley's younger, because he has a really strong idea of what he wants to accomplish. And he's taking care of everything, so it's pretty
smart
cool.
for his age.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask about. As since you're technically the front man, I mean, in terms of, I know you're still
Patrick
figuring it
Keith
out.
Going on here.
Like, is this like you're not really the lead
guy?
Yeah, are you not really the guy who's like first on the mic to be like in between songs, ripping the crowd and doing other things?
I probably will, just because I'm a goober and like I love attention, and I'm a meme lord, and also and like. I don't think he minds that. I think he's cool with that.
Okay.
And I'm also, I'm not afraid to like walk into a room like a golden retriever and just like go say hi to people. That's a lie. Sometimes I am afraid, but I'll do it anyways. Like I'm used to just.
It's smart.
Yeah. Tail might be tucked, but you'll still do it.
It's terrifying sometimes, but you got to do it, right? Especially like in your line of work. I mean, you have to, network for sure.
You're basically you're the new roommate in the house. You don't want to be the dick walking around in your shoes yet, but like rest assured, you will be throwing the best parties in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I hope so. I'm really grateful for the opportunity. I'm really excited to just like, I don't know, give this thing a shot. I mean, I'm always wanted to tour, and I've toured a bit with my other band, but I've never been a part of a project with this much traction before. So. I'm really excited. I'm nervous. I'm nervous what people are gonna think of the new stuff. I really like the songs.
I'm so excited. Because
I believe in the songs. I'm a little like nervous about what people will think of the way I sound, because I'm trying to sound a little less polished and sound a little bit more.
That's my only is like Michael Jordan. You're all of a sudden you're playing like street ball or something. Like, will it translate? But, like from the clips I've seen, it does. But that's. Thoughts on Bowling is this interesting band too, where I feel like they're so talented, and you guys have had so much. I'll say you, since you're in it now. Like there's so much traction, but then there's like just kind of stuff up in the air, and it's like if everything could come together right, this could legitimately be the like Hot Mulligan free throw.
That'd be really cool.
Like
that'd be really cool.
But it's just like need to bring it together.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
close.
that's the thing I think too. Like I feel good coming in because
thanks, bro.
I think other people in this opportunity might,
I see it. Thank you.
Yo, who's that?
Yeah.
That's my son
It's
Benji.
son.
He showed me a photo of a possum and me.
Oh.
Yo,
it's pretty. You think that's
Why
funny?
do you look like that, Rob?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. All right, go to the room. We'll go to McDonald's after. Fist bump.
Pop the sockets.
Don't popping eyes out of sockets, brother. That is really deranged to be saying.
I wish someone would take me to McDonald's. Damn.
Me too.
If you come, yeah, there's one down the street. All right, shut the door. You're having too much fun.
I'm on my way. No, I was just saying, I don't even remember, but I'm excited. Like I'm using my voice in a way that's a little bit like less, I don't know, attractive maybe. Like it might be a little more jarring.
Yeah. But you're trained that you know how to do that, but in a safe way too, to protect your voice.
Yeah.
And
Oh
so,
yeah.
Like, yeah, you could go and sound pretty if you want to, but you're like, I can get pretty with it.
The goal is not to. I remember what I was saying. I was saying too that like, I think some people could view like the situation with Thoughts on Bullying as something that's like, oh, like it just kind of blew up kind of and then fell apart and what's the point in going on? And I've seen some comments on Reddit talking about like, oh, why not just rebrand and start over? And I'm like, well, I don't think people realize how hard it is to get an audience and to have people care about you. Like you could do everything right and still, if you just didn't win the lottery, not to say that's the only reason they did. I think like I understand everything about how Thoughts on Bullying started picking up. I was there from like the day one of their virality. So and I think it's wonderful. But I think just being around and grinding for so long, I'm like, great, this is my chance. I'm gonna take it. Like, let's give it everything we got and
you gotta do it.
You could, everything could be perfect and things still don't always work out. It's just like the industry is really weird like that from what I understand. So I feel like I've already made it just being here, but I'm definitely gonna go give it my all.
Yeah. So I gotta know, like, I mean, I want to talk about your origin story in general because obviously, we've talked about this a lot on our podcast about the theater kid to emo pipeline or the musical theater. Like we've heard the stories. I mean, and we've all been there. I was a theater kid myself, choir, the whole 9 yards. But before we get into that, what do you think about Pixels? The movie. I need to know. I need to know. Berkeley had me so trolled. I don't know.
I haven't seen it, but I should make it. Berkeley, if you watch this, here's my deal. I will watch Pixels with you if you will watch Holes, the movie, with me.
Oh my God, Holes!
Because I don't think he's seen Holes.
And he might be a little bit too young for Holes. There's
a generational divide there. Yeah, shout out Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. Shia LaBeouf, you're welcome on the show, but you're gonna have to chill with the homophobic shit, bro.
Yes.
You're kind of welcome. I don't know.
Patricia Arquette, Sigourney Weaver. Oh,
Sigourney Weaver was so good in that.
So good. John Voight. I mean, he's kind of, he's kind of a bad guy in the other ways. But anyways,
listen,
not a great dad to Angelina Jolie.
No.
Every song that I was gonna put out on this emo album that I was writing for Dumb Dog that I'm no longer putting. I'm just gonna put as much of it into Thoughts on Bullying as I can. But every song title was gonna be a reference to the movie Holes.
Mitchell, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
I wasn't gonna like. I will have to ask Berkeley. He has some pretty good names. He has some pretty good names.
With the peaches and the.
One of them was like, I can fix that, and then parentheses it was gonna be called Oh Sam, and then like one was gonna be like, that's too damn bad, and then the next one was gonna be, well, excuse me, and I was gonna go in on the Holes references, and then none of it would be about that, but.
Disney kids who would love that.
I'm sure like younger generations still too like I feel like they still probably some of them probably read it because it's a young adult book that has nothing to age it out of. Something has got aged out with the times, but that one I couldn't see how that one would ever.
It's still is it an Alcott medal winner or whatever? Yeah, it's still one of those like essential.
I love how you know that. I don't even know what that is.
I was a fucking nerd.
I'm a nerd. I was an English major in college, and then I taught briefly. I tried my hand at English teaching in high school, and I said never again. That was a mistake.
Yeah, people that teach like classrooms are built different. I
They're
can
saints.
teach adults one-on-one. So I
you
work
got
with some
1% at a time.
Yeah.
some teenagers. I have worked with some younger people, but like
Yes.
I don't teach kids anymore.
The general masses. Yeah, it's rough out there.
Yeah, that's
Bless
really
those
tough.
kids.
Teaching kids how to like sing, like I guess if they were singing like dirty vocals, that's like the equivalent of like teaching them how to like throw like curveballs and stuff. Like it's
I will
like,
say,
you're gonna
like,
fuck them up for life, maybe if you do it wrong.
Some of them, it actually is probably easier to teach kids to scream than adults because A, they're younger and they probably haven't been singing as long, and also they're
True.
like kids are just a little bit more malleable. It's kind of like if you want to learn a language as a
Yeah.
kid, it's easier. Like
Yes.
where it can go wrong is the same thing. Anything can go wrong. Like people talk
Yeah.
about distortion like it's this scary like thing that can hurt you, but like any singing could hurt you. And I think that like
Yeah.
the roots of distortion being dangerous really just come from like classical propaganda and like
Yeah.
what's
It's
really
the
hard
purest-
is
it's like the original gatekeeping almost of music.
yeah,
exactly.
and honestly, it's less the distortion that's hard. It's just performing with a loud
Yeah.
fucking band that's like a million decibels. You can't hear yourself do anything on
Mm-mm.
stage. So
Exactly.
distortion is like it's its own weird subset of vocals, and I focus on like pitch stuff with most people. But
Mhm.
if you learn how to do it, like people think they're doing it wrong because it can feel a little uncomfy at first, but for the most part, it's incredibly safe.
Yeah. It's so crazy to me because I think about some of the most famous singers, like Adele had vocal issues, right?
Uh-huh.
Julie Andrews can't even sing as a
Yeah.
soprano anymore because she had to have surgery on her vocal cords. Like,
Yeah.
and they were clearly classical, not with distortion in their voice at all, right? So
Exactly.
yeah,
They're just using it
it's
too much.
propaganda.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
the
using it too much.
the
Overuse,
industry
100%.
like the industry is like not for singers. Like it like, I tell all the people I work with that tour, I'm like, "Hey, no one gives a shit about you. Like your booking agent that booked you 5 shows in a row, they don't get
They
it."
don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to work around that a little bit and get creative. But yeah, the expectations and I mean, think of it like this: like a football athlete could do everything perfect, right? They're
Yep.
the cream of the crop in their field, and they could still snap a hamstring. It's no different.
You're
with
such
your
a theater
voice.
kid. You said a football athlete. I love that.
A football athlete? Oh shit!
I was like,
Yeah.
yo.
And I'm a football player,
Dude,
but
I
I'm a
gotta
football
go.
athlete.
I gotta go.
He's like, I've been found out. Oh my
I was
God.
a theater kid
Okay.
in high school.
Yes. Okay. Tell.
Had
Yeah.
to
Let's
have
get
been,
the
yeah,
origin story.
had
So you're a
ya.
theater kid.
I
Tell us
loved
about
it.
when you wanted. Like, what made you want to start singing? Like, what made little Mitchell want to start
As a
singing?
kid, I just
Little
love
Mitch.
like my middle school had like a musical once a year, and I remember like going
Yeah.
and seeing all the other kids in it, and I was like, I have to do this. And
Sick.
when I was old enough, I auditioned, and like it's easy as a boy because like if you're a boy and you want to be in
Oh.
theater as a kid, you're just like enjoying life.
They
But
need
like
you.
if you're
Yeah,
if
they
you're a
need you.
girl, like your hopes and dreams are either crushed from day
Yep.
one,
I'm an
or
alto. I get it.
yeah, alto 2-part be like
Yeah. Yep. No one makes songs for us. Yep. I get it.
I feel like if you went into pop or emo though, you'd be badass. Like the singer
thank
of
you.
like
Appreciate
We
it.
like
could start a
Roses,
sick
if you
ass
ever
side
listen to that
bedroom indie,
band.
like emo project, Amanda.
Let's do it,
Yeah.
Rob.
Oh, it'd be
Do
so
it.
tight.
I'll sing.
But
You play the music.
I'd
Sick, man.
listen to that. I'd
Right?
listen to
Like that might be the grift right there. We've been wondering the grift. The grift is for us to turn
Yeah.
into like a duo band. Fuck.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
All right,
The
man.
gr-
Thank you.
Okay, we're
That's really
Thank
fun.
you.
You're,
We're doing
you're
it now.
welcome.
Cut,
You're
don't
welcome. So I
Hmm.
did that as a kid, and I learned pretty quickly that acting is really hard for me if I'm uncomfortable with like the content.
Okay. How so?
Like
Uncomfortable.
like
how
I
so?
remember I was in like 5th grade and I had to play like the prince in this. It was called Twinderella. It was like Cinderella, but they were like there was a boy story and a girl story, and they were twins. They don't fall in love. Don't worry, that's gross. That's icky.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like
It's like,
then there
that
was
would
like
also make me
like-
uncomfortable.
there was a prince and princess, and I was like 11 years
Oh.
old, and I had to like be the romantic interest, and my voice hadn't hit puberty yet, and I was like trying
Oh,
to sing
no.
low, but I couldn't do it because I was too embarrassed, and I cracked under the pressure. And
Literally and figuratively. Damn.
yeah, it was tough. And like in high school, I went to Catholic school. I'm a Catholic school survivor, and it was
Bless you.
rough days for me. And so I just like, I don't know. I couldn't let my guard down, but I loved the singing part of it.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of all I had access to when I was younger. So I did theater throughout like high school. I did a little bit in college. After I like left opera school, and that was fun.
After
but
I left opera school,
Why did you just throw that in there?
Operas,
Timothy Chalamet would be so have words for you.
Let me tell you,
singer.
opera is trash.
you are so overqualified
Oh
for
my
this gimmick.
I have a friend of mine in high school who became an opera singer. He was like one of our best vocalists in choir, and he is now an opera singer. But yeah, anyways, go on.
Yeah,
Opera's trash.
it's what I had access to, and again, I didn't have the balls to learn rock. Okay, I didn't know where to look. I didn't know how to get there.
You didn't know how to like
So you learned
skip
the
rocks.
hardest, like,
yeah.
Literally, like this is who I am as a person. Okay, think back, like
Okay,
16-year-old vulnerable Mitchell. I went to group therapy, and we had a day where they're like, "Who's your favorite band? Say your name and your favorite band." All these edgy kids said, "All Time Low," "Falling in Reverse." Guess what I said?
Dang.
I said Christina Perry. Like
The band Perry Girl?
no, she's like the
Jar of Hearts,
girl.
Thousand Years, Jar of Hearts. That is a song I love to sing.
Oh, the Twilight Song Girl?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
I am late to every party. I didn't discover emo. I didn't discover pop punk till it was already not cool anymore.
You're
like
never too young
I
to
remember
find it.
like telling my friends, I'm like, "Yo, this band like My Chemical Romance." I'm like, "What are you, like 6th grade?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess so."
Dang.
Some friends they were.
Yeah. Bad friends.
So I've always just kind of been like aloof
Yeah.
and figuring things out for myself.
Where'd you grow up?
But
Did you grow up in Illinois?
yeah, I grew up in Naperville, Illinois, which
Okay.
is
So you didn't know
if you-
Fall Out Boy?
That's the
I
home
knew
of
like
University
so
of Illinois, right? Yeah.
when I was the homeowner, is that what you said?
The home of, right? Isn't it?
The
Isn't
The
it?
home
home
of
of
University
no
of-
that's no Naperville is like the bougiest, most whitewashed like
Okay.
Oh.
city. The city, like if you fit in, it's wonderful for you, and if you don't fit in, you will suffer.
Oh, dang.
Hell
Yeah. Yeah,
fuck.
I grew up very, very privileged in that context. I had
Wow.
access to a lot of good school stuff, but
Okay.
just being like an artist, being a bit of a weirdo, I didn't end up loving my time there at the end of
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't give you what you want.
Yeah. I just didn't like, again, like I always wanted to rock out. I remember listening to like Pierce the Veil, who's still my favorite band, by the way, in high school, and just being like, I want to
Me
do
too,
that,
me
but
too.
I couldn't even admit to myself that I wanted to do that because it was just too too scary.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. What's your favorite album, Amanda?
My favorite album. So, I mean, everyone says Collide with the Sky because that is their, seminal album. But honestly, I am a big fan of Jaws of Life, which is their newer one.
Jaws of Life?
I like that.
I mean,
Emergency
it's so
Contact
good.
was my most played song 2 years in a row on my.
Hell yeah, that's amazing.
I like that.
rap.
I like that record a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it made me mad when like So Far So Fake got popular on TikTok. I'm like, good for them. But also like, do y'all know the rest of the songs like on that album?
So,
Because that album
I
sucks.
have a story about that. Tades from Hot Mulligan, they went on tour
Yeah.
with Pierce the Veil in Europe, and I was like, hey, if I come to Europe, because I had another person I was working with, this band called the Happy Fits. They were playing in Cologne the next day, so I was like, if I come to
dang.
Amsterdam, could I come to the show? We can hang out. I'll
Yeah.
watch your set. And my goal is like, this will be my chance. I could say hi to Vic from Pierce the Veil. And so I was backstage,
I would
and he starts
die.
walking towards me, and I look at him, and I'm like, I had just gotten in that day. I was jet lagged. I was gross,
No.
and I'm like, I can't do it. And I like looked away, and I never said hi to him.
Not Vic Fuentes. Oh, Mitchell. Oh,
Fucked up
you were
your
that
chance.
close?
Yeah,
Oh.
I had it. I
Mm.
could have just been like, hey, nice to meet you. But like then I would have been like, I love you, and then he would have been like,
Yeah.
this guy's
Yeah.
weird.
That would, now, what's your favorite album?
Honestly, I love Jaws of Life. I would say probably like the one I always go back to is Selfish Machines. but like
You okay?
Collide with
But
the
yeah,
Sky
with
is
Boy, yeah.
perfect. Like they're all so good. But like I love how like Selfish Machines is like you can tell they just got better
Oh, yeah.
production. They just got access
Yeah.
to like a new producer sound, but it
Better
still
than a
held
Flair
a
for the
lot of
Dramatic, yeah.
it's still it held a lot of the rawness from like their earlier projects that they
Yes.
were in.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I love like I don't know. I mean, both those albums and all of the like Latin American jazz fusion stuff that
Oh,
all
I
like
think
the
it's
Sounds like
genius.
they
Yeah.
sound
stuff
like
they
San
put
Diego
in
to me.
there is yeah.
Yeah. See, and I think like Misadventures, I know it's very polished, but at the same time, there's a lot of good stuff in Misadventures. I know like when
Yeah.
it came out, a lot of people were like, oh, this isn't the same Pierce the Veil. I'm like, yeah, but it's so polished but it has a lot of great songs with some great
It's
hooks on there.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan. This is
so.
just the Pierce the Veil fan club podcast now. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I usually could do that with a lot of stuff here. Sadly.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you were singing theater, then you get to college, you did some theater in college, and
Yeah.
then what made you like start to transition into being an actual vocal coach? And then
Yeah.
how did you find yourself starting to coach rock groups?
Yeah,
people
Yeah,
Troy
sure.
Bolton adjacent here.
So
Reverse
Yeah.
Troy Bolton situation.
reverse Troy Bolton.
Reverse
I
Troy
choose
Bolton.
Yeah.
I choose basketball, but I also
Right,
choose
yeah.
theater.
Theater.
It was like, dude,
Yeah,
no one
it's-
fucking asked, Troy. Like, just
Right,
move.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no one
not
asked
like
your.
the whole school
No,
has been
that
waiting
whole
for your
theater.
decision.
They were, Mitchell. They were all standing there at that graduation at that
Yeah,
stage.
the third one,
on
there's a
that
lot.
night.
A lot to be desired from the third one. I don't know.
There was a lot to be desired. You know,
Yeah.
the song in the second one, Gotta Go My Own Way, is like the
Yes.
same chord progression as Little Too Late by JoJo, if you remember that song.
It
You-
is.
It's like, it's
Yes,
just
I
a little
know, yeah.
too late.
Too
Yeah,
late.
go back and listen
Yeah.
to
Gotta
both
go
of
my
them.
own
It's
way.
like you
Yeah.
could sing them over one another.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out JoJo. You're also welcome on our show anytime you
JoJo's
want.
Yes.
rules.
Yeah,
JoJo's
she's
the
amazing.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
JoJo,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the same age as
Woo.
JoJo because when JoJo
We
got
are-
famous,
yes,
she was
you
like
might be.
14.
Yeah,
I think
was
I
in
was, like,
college.
Yeah,
14
no,
too.
she
JoJo was-
she was a child. I remember like
Yeah.
my older sister
Leave.
had her like PB Teen magazine or something, and like JoJo was like the featured artist or something like that, and she was
Sounds
telling
about
me
right.
about it or something like that. Yeah, that was a
Good for
good
JoJo.
time. But yeah, I left college early. Like I struggle a lot with like a lot of mental health stuff in high school, and so like it kind of
Okay.
just leaked into college. I realized I didn't want to do opera or classical, and I was like just struggling
Yeah.
to get through my college days. And I'm like, I think I gotta leave. And I just like did nothing for a couple years, to be honest.
Okay.
And but I started the band my other band, the Weekend Run Club.
Yeah, we can
I
learn
started
that.
that band, and I was like all in on that. Like I was convinced that I was
Yeah.
going to become like a rock star in like 5 months. It was very naive, but
That's a good
I
timeline.
was
I like that.
yeah, I was like, I want to do this. I want to give this everything I can. Like I need to get a job, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not qualified to do anything. And I remember talking to one of my coaches at the time, and I was like, do you think I could teach? I don't have like the training. And he said, well, Mitchell, it doesn't matter how much training you have. You're probably going to be pretty bad when you start regardless. So why don't you just start now and then get the training as you go?
That's good
And I was
advice.
like, wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing advice.
You're going to
Yeah,
suck
great
either way,
advice.
pal. Might as well get it out of the fucking way.
Yep,
Yeah,
let's do
so
it.
I just kind
Beautiful.
of like I found a couple websites like that would like help find people, and they would take like 99% of the money, but you would get clients. And I worked at a School of Rock, which I hated.
Oh, sick.
I think School of
Red
Rock is
wine.
actually pretty chill, except for their vocal program. I think it's mid AF, and also it's
Dang.
corporate, and so I hate everything that just steals your money, and they don't pay their employees
I agree
well.
with that.
Anyways, that's my rant. Don't sue me, School of Rock.
Yeah. They're on
but,
the lookout for us this week. That's,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
coincidence.
But I started teaching there, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want to teach like for no money. I need to find a way
Yeah.
to get my own clients. I got another studio job, and I learned a lot there. But
Mhm.
and I took like a post grad program before I got that one, just so I would have like it would look like I knew what I was doing more. And at the same time, I was also starting to learn how to use distortion in my voice, and I was like, figuring it all out, and I was having a hard time with it, but I was like, I know enough about the voice now with all these classes I've been taking that I think I can figure this out. And then when I quit that job, I was like, shoot, I have my clients from this job that came with me, but they're not going to last forever. So I actually had been telling myself for a while, like, oh, I got to make content. Like maybe that will help me get some clients. And it was actually, I saw Arm's Length at a fest in June 2nd or June 1st or something like that.
What was the fest?
It was either Do Division or Wicker Park Fest. I forget which one it was,
Wicker Park Fest.
but they were headlining it. And I went, and I remember being pissed because my friend was supposed to meet me, but he bailed on me and I had to go alone. And I was like, dang, like no one's really teaching how to sing like this. Like you have like metal coaches and you have like pop coaches, but no one's really like in the mainstream doing this.
I remember like 2009 getting a vocal coach, and it was like the sweetest lady in her Volvo with her bringing her big keyboard, but it was like, they were so out of their element, and it was almost like they were teaching you this bad thing, you know, like like we don't want to teach, like we're the teachers teaching you how to roll a joint or something. Like you're not supposed to do this. Really, we look down upon what you're doing here, but like I guess we'll show you so you don't hurt yourself. Was the vibe as a vocalist for the most part.
Yeah, in the pedagogy world, there's a lot of like recovering teachers, because I mean, like the way that teaching how to teach has been taught with singing over the years is still very rooted in like classical, which I could go into a whole rant. Like I'm not saying classical is inherently bad, but the traditional roots of that are incredibly like elitist, and there's a lot of like a lot of schools and traditions ignoring a bunch of racial issues that like.
Yeah.
Not to make it super woke, but like if you look in the history, it's been very much like do it this way or you're wrong. And so it's kind of you have to snap out of that. And what's interesting is if I did finish college, I never probably would have snapped out of it. I probably would have gone into education or done something else completely or gone into classical and sung opera. But like because I dropped out and I was like, fuck institution, I don't want to do anything. I don't even care. I think that helped me break some of the habits and some of the internalized rules I had set for myself. Really grateful to one of my teachers, Kelly, who taught me that
gatekeeping is racist, low key, and it's like
low key.
I wasn't kidding. Like I wasn't kidding. Like it sounds insane, but it's like a lot of it's just rooted in like institutional, like keeping people out, and like it's rooted in like, well, this is
So was the opera. Like poor people couldn't afford to go to that shit. Like it was like elites only, and girls couldn't even be in it. Like they're like
ballet was the same thing.
We'd rather like chop off this dude's balls so his voice can stay high than have a woman sing it. Like, like we can't have that. Yeah, it was pretty nuts back in the day.
You know, it's wild to think that they were okay with men cross-dressing as women back then, but now you couldn't even like think that like,
I know.
people make a big deal. And I was like, they wouldn't even let women on stage. And remember,
guys can't even cross-dress anymore because of woke. Yeah, like
I love because of woke. It's such a good meme format.
It's this weird thing.
Like, talk about traditional values, guys. We don't remember what the Renaissance had for us. Okay,
there was a lot more closeted activity back then. There was where it's like you are hating women so much that this isn't like at some point we just really prefer guys, which is fucking cool. Just a lot of them weren't comfortable with saying it. So they weren't nice.
Yeah. No,
I just watched Hamnet. That's why I'm thinking about it.
Oh, wasn't it so good? I just watched it too.
I cried. When Hamnet, I cried.
Oh,
I cried a lot
that boy is such a good actor. Oh my god,
such a good actor.
So mature.
You said Hamilton. What is the word you said?
Hamnet.
It's the story about Shakespeare's wife, and they had I think it's actually technically fiction. It's historical fiction.
Yeah, I would say it's fiction. We don't really know a lot about Shakespeare's real life.
Yeah, it's about like a son and the son.
Oh, damn.
His name is Hamnet.
Shit. Yeah, I'm already spoiling it for myself.
And then, of course, obviously it plays into he's the inspiration behind Hamlet.
Yeah.
Play
Watch it if you can.
You're either saying Hamilton or Hamlet.
It's on Peacock.
It's free on Peacock.
You are a Peacock.
I got the Peacock,
Yeah. We all got it.
Yeah, I got that application.
I got that thing on me.
I have access to it on regular.
I got that app on me at all times.
I got it on my mobile phone. I got tons of apps on there. Don't worry about it.
That's so funny, dude.
So you are literally fighting in this world where it's like I'm trying to be forced into classical and forced into this proper way of doing it, and now you're finally getting to like spread your wings and be yourself almost.
Yeah, I am. It's so cool. I mean, the Arm's Length show inspired me to make the How to Sing Like videos, and I made one on them, and it didn't even do super well, but it was fun. And the next day I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, what if I do one on Mom Jeans, but just like make sexual moans the whole time? And that one got,
yeah.
it blew up.
Yes.
And I just made a video every day. And it's funny because I felt like I was ready to coach singers that were touring, because I did more training and it was kind of specialized in like how to keep your voice, and I was really
Yeah.
interested in working with touring artists. But like you don't really have access to those kinds of people until you appear like you know what you're doing. So
Yeah.
just having enough followers to slide into someone's DM and they're like, hey, maybe this guy knows what he's talking about because he's got a bunch of followers.
Yeah.
Be careful about that. It's not always
The
true.
numbers start tricking you. Yeah, no.
I hope that in my case, it's a good enough reflection. But I started working with Alan from Arm's Length before anyone else in the scene, and that just I'm grateful that he gave me the opportunity, and I love getting to work with him. And that helped me work with other people, and that's how I met a bunch of people in the emo scene.
I love it. I
You-
saw Arm's Length perform when we were young last year.
Weren't
and
they?
Alan
I
sounded
was
great.
there. I was there.
Were you?
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't believe it. We were in the
me
same place
find
and we
this-
didn't even know it.
Yeah, let me find this picture. I made him pull his tongue out with gauze so he could stretch his tongue, and someone got it on picture.
What is
Yeah.
okay, you'll have to explain what that means to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta release the tongue because it pulls back and it makes the space smaller, and then you oversing. It's like a tension point.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm plugging my tongue now for
Right?
people
Yeah,
who are listening
I'm
to this. And I'm like, do I need to stretch my
Here.
tongue out?
Here we are.
Here.
Oh
Aw.
my, that's awesome.
We were doing some singing. It was really fun, and those guys were really nice for letting me come hang out with them.
Yeah, that is really cool.
That's beautiful. You have this ability to emulate so many singers, it seems
Yes.
like, where you
Yeah,
pull
it's
them
weird
off
how
so
that
well.
happened. I didn't used to do that, but I was like, wait. I think too, like in the old days, people were more protective of the strategies about distortion. But if you look at any of the other creators that are like in the voice teacher world
Yeah.
on social media, we've kind of all agreed that just like, hey, the world just deserves information, and let's give away as much as we can. That doesn't mean people aren't going to need help from you anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, they
and,
still
and
will,
so
yeah.
You're not kicking yourself out of a job.
yeah, it's actually not too hard to like get, if you're willing to be a little bit goofy on the internet, you either have to be really hot or be willing to be like a little bit goofy.
You do a
But,
great job. Like we get dolphin noises, we get moans.
Yeah.
Like,
You got to
Yeah.
give the people what they want. I mean, I wanted the videos to appeal to people that don't even care about singing. I mean, brain rot
Yeah.
is far more important in the grand sphere of things than
agreed.
singing
I think it
technique.
is important.
But yeah, just like people want to learn stuff for free, and they want to feel like you're in their corner. And so I'm like, all right, let's like, I kind of thought to myself, if you're a vocal coach, people already have expectations of you. They either think that you're not good
Yes.
enough to be a performer, or they think that you must know how to do everything. And so you don't have to be a good singer to be a good voice teacher. It's you don't.
Yeah.
But I thought, if I could convince the world that I know what I'm doing, then maybe they'll think I'm a good voice teacher. Because I don't think people understand how.
Yeah.
Like the majority of people don't understand how like learning works, and they don't understand how using your voice works.
Yeah.
They get it
Do it.
in their own body, but
Yeah.
I wanted to find a way to like get an audience, and so I just grinded out a bunch of different
Awesome.
techniques and just grinded out trying to sound like the artist so that people could I think too, I wanted to create a database. Like, okay, I want to learn how to sing like this guy. Well, there's how. Now if you Google
can
how to
show you
sing
that
like
I've done it
so and so, it'll take you to my video, and that's
Yeah.
better than nothing, I think.
No, I agree with that. I have seen videos like that before all the time. I love watching, like, learn how to sing like Patrick Stump. I mean,
I was gonna, Amanda, you're spoiling my question. Mitch, I was gonna ask you here while we have you here for almost a free mini tutorial. How would you teach one to sing like Amanda's a favorite vocalist, Patrick Stump?
I'm so mortified that you asked him and not Panic at the Disco, because his voice is so much harder for me. First of all, I sing.
Voice is fine.
I sing pretty high, but I don't have a high voice. Like, other than my voice sounding fucking gay all the time, like it is pretty low.
Okay.
Same.
There's actually like some really cool research on like what gay voice is and why it occurs. But other than that, my voice isn't super. It's not super high. Patrick's voice is not heavy like mine. It's light like mine. But I can give you the closest thing. Okay. So if you wanted to sing like I'm gonna use Panic at the Disco because they're so similar. Okay. And I can do that one.
Oh, I know. People confuse Brendan Urie and Patrick Stump. I think Brendan Urie sings pretty damn high. He has some stuff he pulled out, which is why his voice also kind of went back in.
I can't sing like anything off of his third album or later in its entirety.
Yep,
the first two,
it
fine,
got really high.
But like I can hit the notes, but singing a whole song, singing a whole set like that, forget it. It's not gonna.
Could you imagine him doing it like every night for like?
Yeah. Well, for him, it makes sense because his voice lives there, so it's fine. But still, very demanding stuff. So the first thing you want to do is, because he's got a soul voice.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, you got.
You want to let your voice be as free as possible, and you want this like bubble in the back of your mouth. So you want your voice to be bright. So we got our good yummy, which is it sounds bright as opposed to like dark and like kind of Kermit-y. So you could be in the back or you could be in the front. And so that's the focus. The voice is focused in the front.
Focus on the front.
But then there's this like interesting soft palate thing going on. Your soft palate is where, like, if you put your finger in your mouth, if you're freaky like that, and you feel, it's where it goes from like ridgy to literally soft. And if you yawn or go, you can feel it. It's not technically like going like that, but you can feel space there. And so it creates a buoyancy in the sound that I think it sounds in a panic sound. It's a little sultry. It's a little bit arrogant sounding.
That's early.
Fall Out Boy is a little less arrogant. It's a little bit more playful.
Yes.
But so we have and we have like and if you show your teeth a little bit, you can start to get that like, am I more than you, boy, you for it? You could start to have like, just don't say words, first of all. Don't enunciate anything.
It's all cursive,
Like, if you don't have a high voice like he does, you have to use mixed voice. So you can't be like chesting everything. You can't try to like force your way up.
Yes.
You have to let your voice sit more flexible, which is hard because he has such a rich tone, right?
He does.
Like,
it's beautiful tone.
He has such a rich tone. I'm trying to think of like, I don't know enough songs by them. I'm not like a
church.
Don't worry, man. Don't make your playlist.
How about like some of their like their main hits? Like, okay, so if you're singing like
dance, we're falling apart to halftime.
We're falling apart to halftime, dancing. These are the lives we love to leave. He has this like and almost reminds me of that James Charles video where he's like, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So yeah, other than that, it's all just like playing around with like your enunciation. The tighter your voice is, the harder it will be to sing like Patrick Stump, because his voice is just naturally high like that, and he's got this really fast vibrato that sounds cool. Vibrato only appears when you let your voice open up. If you try and muscle it, it's not going to happen. So that's what I would say to start, is like just a good mixed voice, and then learning a little bit of this like, like I guess that's why. I mean, I could do that. The panic impression. I could do the System of a Down impression pretty good, because all those artists,
Nice.
they're not
Yeah.
opera singers. I have I'm putting out a YouTube channel with more in-depth analysis stuff this year.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have a
so
video
exciting.
on System of a Down, and I'm tired of people commenting that he's like an opera singer, because he's not. He just
No.
raises that, he has that like kind
Yeah.
of bubble in your mouth.
I feel like
kinda
that's also
sound.
more of like a
Self-righteous
rooted in like
suicide.
regionalism too. Like I've
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
deep in the Armenian community. That's Armenian, like that's Eastern European
Yeah,
music. Like
r/.
Yeah,
Armenia, I'm in that shit.
yeah, I've been deep. No, I live in the valley here. Like I worked for them at a car dealership. Like those are my dogs. Like I'm honorary op-ed right here. Like yeah, I'm
Good.
basically.
I love it. Yeah, I'm deep in the Armenian community. I was like, out of context, that's so goofy. I love it.
It is. That's Rob. Out
Yeah.
of context, everything's a little bit.
Fuck
Out of
turkey.
context,
Okay.
Rob. There's the new
Yes.
Twitter page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
the
I hope that
indication.
suffices. I hope that helps you with your Patrick
That was
Stump.
incredible.
No, that's
That was-
fantastic. I love it.
That was
This is-
beautiful.
Yeah.
God.
Now I'm gonna be able to sing in real life when I do my Patrick Stump cosplay and not just over just lip sync to their
That's so funny because earlier I swear, like I texted Catherine before this. I was like, "Do you think Amanda would get too shy? Like, I want to ask Mitchell to do like a Fall Out Boy, like a tutorial." I was like, "I want to see Amanda like," and you right away were like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, let me figure this out. I
Yes.
was like,
Oh, let's just do
sick.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. I think you got this shit. I think you guys.
Thank
are gonna
you.
be-
Thank you.
I think you guys
Yeah.
will be fine. I'm so excited to see this in person. Like
I'm jealous that I cannot see in person.
it's so
you know what?
fast.
There's always going to
It's-
be more shows.
Can
yeah.
you come to like Kentucky or Ohio or somewhere around
We'll
there?
talk about
Yeah.
it after this, but I will be.
You know
I will
what?
be. we will
Actually,
be booking them on our. On
I'm
our
not the
festival,
first
trust me.
person. I'm not the person to ask anymore. I'm so glad to be
That's
able to
true.
say,
You're like,
oh, talk to my agent. Like, what the fuck?
this guy's got that Walton money too. I don't know if you know that. He's part of the Walmart Nepo family there.
The Nepo
Oh yeah, I
family.
forgot they're in Fayetteville. Yeah.
Yeah, they're extended relatives. I'm still pushing that narrative.
That's
It's a
super
good one to
funny.
push.
The extended narrative. Yeah, I can't
That's-
believe like everything there is in reference to Walmart. It's like if you go to like Salt, like everything is in reference to Mormonism, but like Walmart somehow.
Mhm. Yeah, no,
There's not
Amanda
much
knew
in
all
Fayetteville.
about the region. Yeah,
I used to live in Arkansas, so I lived in Little Rock, but I traveled to Fayetteville a few
Okay.
times.
That's cool.
Not even a Walmart headquarters, the Tyson Foods headquarters.
That's where
Oh,
the
But-
chicken place.
Yeah,
I feel like
yes, it was awesome.
their chicken is mid. I'm gonna go out and
Yeah,
say it.
it is. But they also are the
get
ones
Berkeley
who
killed.
supply chicken for McDonald's. If anyone didn't know, well, they
Really?
did in 2014. I don't know if they still do.
Damn,
that,
so
but-
the McChicken that I'm gonna go get in a bit is gonna
It's
be
Tyson
is it Tyson
Foods, yeah.
chicken? Shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good to know.
The
Good to know.
McTyson.
the McTyson. Yep.
Good to know.
That's
the
pretty
McTyson
cool.
order.
No, I'm excited. My insecurities like aside, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Our new drummer who like you'll hear on the new stuff, he's insane. And I'm so happy he gets some more spotlight because I've been friends with Gary for a long time. We met in college, and I'm just excited. I'm excited. It's really fun to make music with Berkeley and Gary.
I
It's
love
gonna be
it.
fun to see this. I'm very
Yeah.
excited to see how I
Me
have
too.
I have high hopes. I was so curious about who the singer was gonna be, and this was such
Yeah.
an interesting.
I'm sure
such an
nobody saw it
interesting
coming.
curveball.
I'm sure
Right,
nobody.
right.
saw it
I was sitting here
coming.
racking my brain so hard, and I legit was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And I go
Yeah.
click, and I'm like, "Oh, this guy's good at the internet." I'm like,
It's yeah,
"Fuck."
It's
good at the
hard
internet, and
to
he
look
can
good at the
sing.
internet.
Like
I was like,
literally
yeah, he can sing his ass off.
Yeah, he
I
can
was
sing his
like,
ass off.
I was like, I haven't seen this before in our world.
I hope I can do it justice. I mean, like, yeah, some of those. Thankfully, our set on this tour isn't too crazy, but like watching what so many of these artists go through, like if they're playing
Yeah.
hour and a half, like the last Hot Mulligan tour was an hour and a half every night, and like,
I was gonna say, how gnarly different is it compared to like
dude, it's
opera or musical?
well,
where, like,
I couldn't tell you that. I mean, musicals are actually pretty horrible, like because it's all belting. It's higher
Oh, yeah.
octane
Yeah.
singing, but not all at
Yeah.
once. So like it's a sprint rather
Get a
than a
break.
marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they
So
taking
that's why
care of it a little
you-
better too, though? Like like I'm
No,
thinking
no,
like
it's
you're in a band,
horrible.
like your world is fucked. Okay,
Well,
shit.
that's true. If you're in a theater, you are living in that city. It's the city, but it's still
You're not
nine,
moving around.
8, 9
Yeah.
shows a week. Yeah, touring is
It's a lot of
harder.
shows.
touring is harder.
Yeah, you're not sleeping in a van with 5 stinky dudes.
Yeah.
What do you recommend for singers on the road as far as like to keep their voices
Oh, good
fresh and keep it?
question.
Yeah.
Avoid over-inflammatory foods. So like, don't drink alcohol at all on tour.
Yep.
It's okay to like have edibles and stuff, but if you're gonna have that or caffeine, you have to drink extra water because they dry you out. Um, I would recommend not smoking anything, especially not vaping. It's like even worse for your voice than smoking is.
Wow.
But listen, rock stars gotta be rock stars. So a lot of this stuff doesn't apply to many people.
Can I ask you about an old
Dave
wives'
Grohl
tale?
is not going to stop smoking. I'll tell you that.
We always believed we would eat Sour Patch Kids before, like during shows, because the sourness would like lubricate our throats. Is this old wives' tale bullshit, or
I think that's like someone just wanted their mom to buy them candy, and so they came up with that.
Is that what it is? I know, bro. I just saw like Tom DeLonge said he did it, and I was like, "Fuck it, all right, yeah, we're doing that too."
Tom DeLonge.
Listen, it doesn't do anything. Acid can help break up like mucus in your throat, but it's not going to affect the vocal fold level. Okay. But there's this powerful thing called the brain. And if eating Sour Patch Kids before the show makes you feel like you have what you need, then do it. Like there's no rules for anything. Just do what you want. And if it makes you happy and if it gives you confidence, do it. Like eating a spoonful of honey right before you go on isn't going to do shit. But like if you eat honey earlier in the day, it actually could help because it's an anti-inflammatory. But hydration is 4 hours before. I always do a big snake meal 5 hours before I have to perform, so I eat like as much as I can. A snake meal, like a snake, it eats something and then it digests it for a week.
Something so big, yeah.
Yeah. So like again, avoid eating too late at night because you don't want reflux. But everybody's body is different. So like some people can handle abuse. Some people could like get wasted every night and be amazing, and some people can't. So because we all have different bodies. So instead of like a one size fits all, it's I think
like
if you
humidifiers and things like that, do you recommend like I know Patrick Stump talked about his regimen is like he's really boring on tour because he has to keep his voice.
Not talking a lot is what will do it. If you're have the luxury of not having to sell merch after the show, just be quiet. If you do have to sell merch, like tell your bandmates, hey, give me 5 minutes to warm down and be quiet, and then I'll go interact. Things like that. Just being conscious. It's hell, no matter what. And if you get sick, you're dead. It's just over for you.
Yeah.
Because the way the voice gets inflamed when you're sick is just it's just
and all
not
the
fair.
mucus too that like sits in your throat. Then
that can be uncomfy as well.
Yeah.
But like a nebulizer. I tell people a nebulizer with 0.9% saline solution. It's different than a steamer. A steamer the molecules aren't small enough to reach your voice, but with a nebulizer, they will, and the salt solution helps it stick. So that's actually goated if you use a nebulizer.
Damn. Okay.
I'm buying nebulizer, Rob, for when we go on tour for our EKA.
I was gonna say, because you're gonna have to be doing a lot of apologizing afterwards and stuff like that.
See, this is what happens.
He didn't mean it like this. Yeah. You'll have to
Brutal.
be ready.
Yeah.
I'll be on vocal rest, so I will not be explaining myself at all.
You'll be like,
I'll be doing
I need absolute silence.
Yeah. So I just spend 35 of that hour talking over her.
Well,
like I need my rest. Like
I think people that have toured can understand this. You're either a singer and it's the loneliest experience ever because you're just in pain and everyone else is having fun, or you're not the singer and you're like, why is this guy such a fucking diva?
Like, why is he such a downer?
Get over it. Yeah. So like it is hard because like there is a little bit of like oh, you're just a chump, like you're not even gonna have fun like you want to have fun, so you have to choose your battles and remind yourself that like your voice isn't everything. That's not the only reason people like you. They like you for your words. They like you for your band. It's not about the singer.
Yes.
They like you for living your truth, and they like you just for showing up.
Yeah,
I think
sometimes they're just trying to vibe out. That's why a lot of the times, like a vocalist, like I think like the hardest parts of songs, a lot of the times you just hold that mic out.
Yeah.
Let's
save
just,
yourself.
You say your turn. Let me see how much you know. Yep.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've seen Patrick Stump sick singing too many times to count. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm sick of all things. I'm going to try and do this. Can you help me out? And then he goes and belts. And I'm like, just get out. Go away. Go
Lower
away.
those standards so people are double impressed.
Right?
Yeah.
Before we let you go, I have to ask you a question that is unwinnable. Now that you're deep into the world of emo, what is your Mount Rushmore of emo bands, Mitchell?
Oh, my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
That's 4, right?
Technically not 3, not 5, but you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's your mountain, I don't know.
It's honestly just gotta be like, oh, this is hard. I have to put Arm's Length down because I was a huge fan before I worked with them, and I have to put Hot Mulligan down because I was a huge fan before I worked with them.
Shout out Tates.
And I can't ever let them know. They'll never watch this, so they won't know this. But like,
no, not this deep at least. Yeah,
I can't let either Chris or Tades know how much their music means to me. I always am like, I play it cool. Like, don't pretend you don't know every word to this song. like just pretend you don't know
Rob won't clip this.
I was just saying, I'll do my best.
He won't clip this and tag them. It's fine.
Like, I have a feeling I'm not a very good liar, but I'm pretty sure they figured it out. But yeah, that's stuff I've been listening to for a long time. Both those artists. Let's see who else. I don't know. Emo is hard, but Pierce the Veil I'm counting as emo.
Go for it. Most people do anyways.
Close enough? Yeah, why not?
You know what? Maybe I shouldn't because I'm just gonna list a bunch of bands from that era that weren't. I would say The Used. The Used counts as emo.
Hey, that's it does. Mm-hmm.
Is Bert such a bad singer that he turns around to good, or is he low key good?
Bert cracks me up on stage.
He's real.
Is that what just like
you saw them when we were young in last year, right? Did you get to catch their set when you were there?
I did. No, I think he's great. I think like for someone that just like I'm 15 and I'm gonna give it all I got. He gave it all he got.
He did.
Yeah.
He could make incredible noises, incredible sounds. Like he understood how to do all of that without any help. Like that's insane.
I got they had a DVD. I think between the first and second record, there was a DVD, and on there they show them making the record at like at. I'm forgetting his name as if he wasn't just shat all over on the show like two weeks ago. I'm so sorry. John Feldman. I'm so sorry, Feldman. Fuck.
Yes.
Where they're making the record there and like they're beating Burt McCracken like it's some like hardcore wrestle like with like cooking sheets and stuff like that so he could get this like the screams. It was wild.
Yeah, he definitely went with a more I'm going to say he went with a less traditional or a more traditional. I'll say it's more traditional. Emo is like we don't even care. We're just going to fucking destroy everything we have and let it rip. And there's beauty in that. And I wouldn't teach people to do that. But the reality for many people is that like you just be a singer and you write music. And then if you're lucky enough to get the opportunity and you're touring, you realize, hey, I think I need voice lessons now. It's not because you're not good. It's just because it's hard and it's nice to have support.
Self-preservation almost,
Yeah. So I actually lied. I'm doing 5, okay? Because the other 2 are Origami Angel because I love them. I spaghettied that too. That was earlier on. I went to the show they were touring with Arm's Length and like Rylan was backstage and I like looked at him and I'm like, you guys are so cool. And then I was like, why did I say that?
Rylan was like our first really big guest and he came here and yapped for like, he spent like 40 minutes just talking about Pokemon.
It was fantastic.
It was magical.
I love Pokemon.
I love Pokemon too. Gary and I, the drummer of Thoughts on Bowling and I, we're going to Asia this week, and we're going to spend like so much money on.
Are you going to the Pokemon Center and stuff?
Yeah.
Are you going to Japan? Oh,
we're going to Taiwan.
Where is this?
Japan. Everywhere.
In Japan?
In Japan, in Tokyo.
Yeah.
They have like the actual Pokemon Center.
Yeah. Last artist is Microwave. Because I love Microwave.
Oh, interesting.
So, Microwave, Origami Angel, Arm's Length, Hot Mulligan, and The Used.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's a great
5 heads. Let's go.
They could add a 5th president to Mount Rushmore as long as it's not that one.
Yeah. I think it should just be like a random guy. Like
yeah, we should just have like a fan vote across the country. Like
it should be Bill Pullman's president from Independence Day. That's who it should be.
That's pretty good.
President.
That's
Julie Louis-Dreyfus and Veeps.
Or Martin Sheen from West Wing. He was a fantastic president.
I think it should be Madame Zeroni from Holes.
Eartha Kitt. Bless you. I love that. That's
she's
fantastic.
iconic in that role. She really laid a curse
Beautiful.
on like his family for always and eternity. Like that's fucking
right. I was gonna say yeah. No, they had
Always
the Yell Nats had a
eternity.
shitty turn.
Those poor Yell Nats.
I had a landlord when Benji was born. I bet you I still have him saved in my phone. His name was Stanley. I didn't know his last name, but he's in my phone as Stanley Yell Nats.
As
That's
it should
good.
be.
And I'm
That's
sure
good.
he's still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good.
Beautiful. Well, man, did you have any other questions? We need to let this man rest his voice. He's going to Japan, and then he has a fucking tour with.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice. I'm gonna be practicing in Asia, and they're all gonna be like, "What is this foreigner doing?"
They're gonna be like,
"I'm gonna be on the streets, just like and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Just go to one of the karaoke rooms and do it there. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
cool.
every part of like the 36-year-old white man in me is like fighting doing any sort of Asian voice, but I'm just like, fuck, like they're gonna hear you doing fucking like they're gonna be like, why is this like her dad is his dentist? Like I'm very confused about this. Like what is the wild American over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am just a wild American. You know me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could tell. Super wild.
Doesn't get much wilder than me.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But no, I have no more questions, but I do hope that we get you and Berkeley back once you guys are out on tour, Thoughts on Bowling,
Yeah,
music
I would
out.
love that.
Get to talk to you guys about all that. I'd be really excited for that.
Might be our first official. This is technically Thoughts on Bowling. So yeah, Thoughts on Bowling is technically our first ever 2-time guest. So
Yeah.
Yo, let's go.
you'd be our 1st ever
I'm-
3-time
Yeah,
guest
that's
before
exciting.
even the 2-time happens. Jesus.
I'm so
Okay, yeah.
honored. Thank you for welcoming me with open arms. I'm happy to be here.
Welcome to the world of
Yes.
as the
We're so happy to
unofficial
have you.
gatekeepers. Welcome
Yeah.
to the world of
Let's go.
welcome to the world
Let's
of DIY
go.
emo.
Thank you guys so much.
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kid Anomalies. Check it out, you dig?